Pop Squat, coming at ya. Hey everybody, how's it going? If you didn't notice, just earlier today I found some video editing software and I stitched together the 3 videos for Destroyed Lonely's No Stylist album, so you can now listen to that all in one clump if you have any interest in doing that again. It's the exact same videos as the ones I posted, just put together. But if you haven't watched it because you were like, it's in 3 parts, that sucks, I agree. And now it's all in one part, so it's almost an hour and 40 minutes long. But you get to hear really awesome music, and you get to listen to me talk. Oh my god, that just makes it so much better. I don't know if anybody thinks that. Today we're going to listen to Packrunner Bitch 2. I searched, could not find an official video for this, so I just picked the one that I saw had the most views, and it still doesn't seem like a lot of views. But hopefully it's the real song, and there you go. Because it's not a video, it's just a static image, I decided to put the lyrics from Genius.com right next to it. And let's give this a listen. Came out in 2018, produced by Xangang, Packrunner Bitch 2 from Summrs. Let me make sure this is at the very beginning of the song. Let's go, 2 minutes, 25 seconds.
Who put this thing together? Me!
Okay, this seems much dreamier than Packrunner Bitch, and in fact, I want to compare it because Packrunner Bitch video, because I'm curious how similar it is.
Oh my god, is that yarn?
Fuck you, man!
So yeah, it is not as... The first one is not as dreamy as the second one. I backed up a little bit, let's go. So it's interesting because it actually got a little more solid as the song went on, and some of that dreamy, sort of diffuse sounding track in the background kind of went away, and he started still rapping the same, still saying basically the same things. In fact, if I compared the lyrics, it might be exactly the same. But it got more solid, and now this is labeled the outro from here on out, and I'm curious, it looks like it's also very much the same, so I'm curious if the music is going to be different, or if the lyrics are just a little bit quieter. crazy interesting. So I'm very curious, because I think the lyrics are the same throughout, right? All three sections, sipping on this red. Oh, there was yeah, M3. Okay, so there was a verse, just a single verse. Chorus? Outro. Yeah, because the outro is the chorus. And so there's one verse. Interesting. That's really a weird construction for a song. I'm just saying. That's a weird construction for a song. So, as opposed to Packrunner Bitch, which was the one we listened to yesterday, that, like I said, seemed to me to very much be about having somebody there that is part of the group that you just love to have there because a woman. But if you're a woman and you like this song, you can imagine it being a guy or whatever you're interested in. But somebody who's just there and likes to do what you like to do and wants to just be comfortable and wants to just sort of just be there. And this song is kind of from the other perspective. This is from the guy's perspective of almost... interesting. Just had a thought. This is from the guy's unspoken perspective. This is... He has this girl around. She's there. She does all the things that he wants her to. And he is nuts for her. Crazy in love with her. Watches her sleep. Plays with her hair. That's what's said in the song, right? Wants to know all of your needs. Isn't rich yet, but he's planning to be, and just wants to know what she's thinking, what she thought when she first saw him, and it's all the doubts and all the questions that the guy in this instance has for or about the woman he's interested in. And that's also pretty interesting. I don't know why he stuck with the same title other than to make sure that you associate the two songs, right? That's a perfectly valid reason. I think I would have loved it if this had a secondary title that clued us in a little bit more than just what the lyrics say to tell us that this is from his perspective, right? Really interesting, and I can only assume that the outro, where it changes and is so drugged out, right? Is just like what it feels like when you're Xanax, right? Xannies are Xanax, right? Xannies. Yep, Xanax. Does that what does Xanax do? It slows you down, right? It's a depressant, that's what I'm trying to say. Benzodiazepines, which act on the brain and nerve to produce a calming effect. Yeah, so I assume that's what the rest of that song, the outro of the song, is supposed to reflect, is he was sitting in bed looking at her and appreciating her being there and having these thoughts, but then the drugs kick in and he's just still having the same thoughts, but it's just sort of disconnected and weird and funky and not the healthiest thing in the world, for sure. But I am sure it can be fun every now and again to get a little stoned like that. Yeah, I like these two songs. I like Packrunner Bitch. I liked it really well. In fact, I think I like it better than this, but I love that the two of them together kind of tell two different sides of the same story, or two different perspectives on the same story, because it doesn't actually switch perspective. It's always from his point of view. One is, this is what I want out of this girl, and this is why I like her so much, and why she's so awesome to have around, because she's one of the guys, but she's not. And believe me, that is a very attractive thing for guys, because if you can just be relaxed and be together, then it just is, that's what guys like to do. And I am generalizing, absolutely. And this song is much more about in his head, about like after the fact, after everything has calmed down and people have gone to sleep, and he's still awake thinking about all this and like, why is this so good and why do I want this woman? Really, really cool. Really a great way to present a couple of songs, and I love it. Great stuff. I think I'm putting both of these on my favorites list just because they go together so well. Really a cool idea. And again, this sort of plays with that whole idea of sort of two different chapters of a story, or two different chapters of a song, right? And it's almost as if he did these, because I think these were two of his first hits, right? Or two songs that really got attention and kind of defined the Plugg&B feel. And then he went on to do songs that have the hash mark in the middle, right? Where it's one part is a song and then it switches midstream and is basically a completely separate song. I can't remember any of the ones that we have done that do that, but it's the same sort of idea. It's two different chapters in a single song, and I think it's super cool. There you go, Papa Squat. Checking out. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'll be back with more.